start off this tutorial, I'm starting off with a good base for my eyeshadow. So I am using my MAC Soft Oaken paint pot and I'm blending that in with my Zoeva buffer brush. Then I am going to move on. I am using Chickadee from Makeup Geek on my Morphe 504 brush and I'm just blending that in the crease area. This is our transition shade, so I'm going to use a really fluffy brush to blow it out. Then for our next shade, I am picking up Morocco by Anastasia Beverly Hills on my Zoeva Luxe Soft Diviner brush. With this shade, we are going to put it directly in the crease, right on top of Chickadee, but we are going to keep it a little more precise in the crease. Then I am going to take my first brush with no additional product and I'm just blending out that second color. Then I am taking Noir from Anastasia Beverly Hills on my Zoeva Petite Crease brush. Same thing we did with the other colors, but this time we want to keep it as low as possible. Start on the outside, laying on the outer V and blend through crease. You don't want the black to go too high as it will look too crazy. Another tip is don't pick up too much black on your brush. It creates fallout and will make it harder to blend. Less is more, guys. Less is more. Sometimes you may have to go back into the Morocco shade and clean up the blending in the crease. This will help to make it seamless between each shade. Now moving on to the lid, I am using Inglot 77 gel liner as a base. This gel eyeliner is the blackest base out there and stays all day, every day, girl. You want most of the product at your lash line and fade it slowly onto the lid where it meets the crease. Then we are going to pack on that same black eyeshadow with my Anastasia Beverly Hills double-sided brush. A good tip is to tap off the excess black eyeshadow on the brush to avoid any fallout. Every time I do a dramatic eye or use eyeshadow I know will have a lot of fallout, I do my base last to keep my base flawless. And once again, I like to go in with my previous crease brushes for that seamless blend between each shade. Then I am moving on to the Gold Glam liner by NYX and creating a half wing as a cute festival accent on my eyes. With this liner you do need to build up a couple of layers for an opaque look. Then for my second part of detail work in the look, I am using this technique of cutting my inner half crease with the liner as well. I just feel like these accents are so cute and festively and just make the black eye, smoky eye so much more poppin'. For lashes today, I applied my Koko lashes in the style Stella. These are gorgeous dramatic eyelashes that suit the eye look perfectly. Moving on, I am going to go ahead and prime my face using the Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer, focusing it specifically on my T-zone where I have larger pores and imperfections. Then I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation in the shade Warm Tan. For stick foundations, I like to buff it in with a brush, so I'm using my Morphe E6 brush to blend it in. Can I just say, this is the first foundation that didn't melt into my smile line. Thank the makeup gods for introducing me to this foundation. Thank you so much, Anastasia Beverly Hills. You guys honestly rock the makeup world and I'm so impressed. For this tutorial, I want to go all out and highlight and contour, so I'm using my LA Girl Pro Concealers. To highlight and conceal, I am using my LA Pro Concealer in Creamy Beige and applying it under the eyes and T-zone. To contour, I am using my LA Pro Concealer in Toast. I applied it to the perimeters of my forehead, cheekbones, under my lip and nose to create some shape back into my base. To blend that in, I am using my sponge. The concealer just really makes this smoky eye so much cleaner. This is why you want to do your base after, because it can get super messy and if you try and do it before, the fallout will make your under eyes look really dark and crazy. To buff out the contour, I switched to my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and as you can see, I went a little ham with my forehead contouring. So just be careful when using these concealers because they are very pigmented and you do not need much at all. To blend out my nose contour, I used my Zoeva Concealer Buffer Brush for more precision and went over the edges with my sponge to smooth the harsh lines out. Moving on, I'm just setting that all in place using my Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I'm just mostly setting down the highlighted areas just so they don't crease throughout the day. As this is a festival makeup look, you do want it to stay all day, so it's best to set it, especially with my oily mofo skin. And to set the contouring and bronzing up, I'm just using my MAC Give Me Sun bronzer. What other bronzer do I really use? It's either my MAC Give Me Sun or my Hoola bronzer. And I know you're sick of it, but they are like bomb as fuck bronzing products, so deal with it, bitches. And for the highlight, I'm going to be using Gilded Honey by Laura Geller. This is my favorite highlighter, and I'm obviously going to bring my highlight game in this tutorial. Festivals is all about that highlight bling, and Gilded Honey literally feeds my makeup soul so well. And for blush today, I'm using NYX blush in the shade Pinch. I feel like blush is such an important step in a smoky eye because it just livens you up after being washed out by that black smoky eye. Moving back to the eyes, I'm picking up my LA Girl Endless Black Liner and applying that in the waterline, and also smoking it out pretty heavy on the outer part. This is really going to connect the top and the bottom. Then using my Morphe 36 brush with a little bit of black eyeshadow, I'm going to smoke out that liner. So I am only picking up enough black to smoke it out. Picking up the shade Morocco by Anastasia Beverly Hills and further smoking out the lower lash line. And to make my inner corners pop, I am using Kat Von D Pigment in Prophet. It's such a gorgeous shade that complements the gold liner. For lipstick, I want something less dramatic, so I chose this nude shade from the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream range. I'll make sure to list it down below because I forgot what the shade was, but it's just this perfect nude. Now for the fun festival details, I'm going to go back into my NYX Gold Glam liner. First, I decided to draw a line in the middle of my forehead and 3 dots above the front of each brow. As I was creating this tutorial, I also wanted to create a false septum ring on my lips inspired by Brookel on Instagram. She is just so gorgeous, and if you don't know her yet, you should. I don't know what you're doing. Get on her page. Anyways, to complete the festival vibes, I added gold freckles and I added the gold liner in my inner corners just to add a bit more pop-in-ness. Also, I just felt like the freckles were so cute, and I haven't actually tried the whole freckles trend, so this was an awesome opportunity for me to try out. And finally, to finish the makeup tutorial and make sure this makeup stays all day, I'm setting my face with my Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Mist. Alright, so that's it for this fun festival smoky eye. I hope you guys picked up a few tips and tricks on how to create a perfect smoky eye and love the festival accents. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!